This is pretty wild. I am just packing up. I've actually got everything on the bike already. I'll show you right now. Yeah, pretty much ready to go. And today I am heading to Luderitz. Let me show you on the map. As you can see, I'm currently doing Kolmanskop, and I'm heading straight for the coast to a very cool city, apparently called Luderitz. So I'll be going on this blue line here, past Aus and Gahoop, and then all the way to this village here. Bit cloudy today, and first things first, let's get some petrol. There's a petrol station right here. Hi, how are you doing? Can I please get a full tank? 95? Yes, please. I've got one more tank here in the back. Can you also fill that one up? Thank you. I put that one extra on there. Normally it doesn't come with the extra tank. But you need it in Namibia. I met a lot of people that are working here that are actually from north. Is it because there's more jobs here on this side?
Yeah.
I see. Yep. Off to another bit of a late start, I guess, but it's all good. It's only 338 kilometers to get to Luderitz. Basically driving straight to the west. I think the beginning must be a bit of highway, and then we should be getting to a gravel road at a certain point in time. But yeah, let's get it. I'm excited. I've done the odd 50 kilometers now on the B4. It looks like I'm passing the I'm passing the Fish River again, which you might remember from last video when I was at the Fish River Canyon. Look at that, there it is. And it also seems that we are heading into some more mountainous area now. It was absolutely flat there the last 50 kilometers. But yeah, it looks to be a bit more mountainous in front of me. So I'm just hoping that this road turns into gravel one day, or if it's going to be tar all the way through. But I guess we'll find out. So I'm entering Bethany district, and I'm getting dosed on a bit. I chose the wrong riding day again. Yeah, look at this building. It looks a bit abandoned. I wonder what the story is behind it. We're on to the flat plains again. Only 256 kilometers to go. Alright. I'm passing what seems to be another river, the Kolmanskop. Right, I'm just taking a small break, and I'm curious if I look like a pineapple with my my scarf on. I've done about 156 kilometers. I think a little bit more. I think close to 160 because I reset it on the way. And I've got, let's see, 177 kilometers to get to Luderitz, and we're getting quite close to Aus. So I think I might get some lunch in Aus if possible. I'm not sure if there's anything really there. There's really nobody out here. Had a little bit of rain on the way, but nothing too bad. It is a nice solitude ride, I guess, in a way, but nothing crazy. I think once I get past Aus, we're going towards the dunes on the east side, so it will probably be a bit more interesting. I saw a sign with coffee. Biltongplas. Alright, let's give it a try. Should have stopped a bit later. It's only a few hundred meters further up. Let's see if I can get something to eat here. Kidney and steak?
Yeah, steak and kidney. Let's just have a mince.
With cheese? Cheesy mince, and then the chicken one. Yeah, I'm getting the chicken. And then I have biltong. Sweet chili, beef, chili bites. Got myself a nice coffee and a, what do you call that again? A pie. This just happened. Welcome to Namibia. Oh man. It looks like I ran out of battery in my GoPro, so I don't think I caught everything, but I've just taken a small break here because it was pouring it down. But it looks like it's clearing up. Mostly on that side, that's where we're going. This is definitely one of those moments where you start questioning your life decisions. I had no idea it was gonna rain. Well, at least our bike gets a nice clean. Jesus man, what an eventful day again. Okay, let's try this again. I just crossed Aus, but I'm just riding back because I'm getting a bit tired of the highway, and I saw that there's another road here. I guess it's this one, the S2E5. It sort of loops around, and it should get a bit closer to the dunes as well, so I'm just gonna see if this is possible. Well, it starts off pretty good. Yoo-hoo. Oh yeah, I like this road already. It looks like we're heading straight into those hills there. Whoa! Well, this is way more like it. I do see some more rain in the distance, so fingers crossed again, I guess. I don't think we're gonna find a shelter here that's made of metal. Let's see if I'm safe here for the time being. Ah man, the weather is really not on my side today. Right, not the brightest plan I had all day. I'm under a tree. I thought might as well whip out the chair. Can you hear the thunder? Today is really not my day, eh? It's been raining constantly. And with this pace I'm gonna get to Luderitz maybe tomorrow evening. So I've just gotten on this off-road track, this gravel road, so I think it's still another 2 hours of riding on this track. I just hope it stops a bit. It doesn't seem to be raining that much now. It sort of comes and goes. Jeez. Well, looks like it's like the worst of it is over. So I'm gonna try and find my way back to the main road and get the hell out of here. Otherwise I'm gonna arrive in the dark again. Well, you know what? I should probably just ignore the rain, hey? And just accept that I'm going to get a bit wet. Let me just put on my rain jacket. Right, let's do it. Please, 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 please don't be locked. Don't be locked. You're not locked, alright. This way? Do you go to the left? Okay. You are a big boy, eh? Okay, dankie. Where the hell am I going? Okay, I'm not quite sure which road I have to take. There's one going there and there's one going to the right there towards those mountains. I know, my gut feeling is saying I have to go to the right. Looks like GPS not really working here. Oh, this is a bit tougher than I expected. Oh, yeah. Almost went down there. Sweet Jesus. Bring me the rain. Oh. Hey! I'm trying to get to the main road. I think I went the wrong way. Sorry. But I see there's a road here, no?
This one.
Does that one go to Luderitz? It doesn't. Ah, shit. Then I have to go all the way back to Aus. Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm looking for you, because I see the bike.
Thanks. But that road, it is not. It doesn't.
I will drive up to it.
Okay.
Just go back, open the gate and go straight home.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if I'm on your property. It's weird. It does say it goes all the way through. Ah, there it is. So this is a dead end. This is a dead end.
Yeah, it's dead end.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright.
You have a nice day.
Yeah, it's a 700.
No, it's a 300.
300.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks big, but it's small. Thank you. What's your name?
Wilkie.
Wilkie. I'm Noah. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Alright, thank you for guiding me.
Alright, thank you.
Have a good day. See you. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of our adventure here. And thanks to Wilkie. Google Maps does say that there's a road that goes that way and it extends all the way to Luderitz. But I guess you gotta trust the locals sometimes. Google Maps not always as correct as it could be. Right, I've managed to get back to the main road. Today is one of those days. Nothing seems to go right. But it happens sometimes, eh? Okay. Alright, 6:30 to 125 kilometers. Let's bring this baby home. Here are the Namib desert horses. Oh, I read about this. Might as well, hey? I'm now at the viewing point for the Namib desert horses. Quite a cool story. I read about this. I heard that, what is it, an odd 100 years ago, the Germans came. They basically brought a bunch of horses with them. And these horses, the story basically goes that these horses have survived for all that time and have multiplied, and I think we're once up to 150 horses, and I think recently it's gone down under 100. but these are basically wild horses that have adapted to the harsh desert environment. So, I mean, I know it looks pretty green now, well, relatively, but there's a couple of horses right there in the distance. There's a couple more on this side. Oh, it's actually a bunch, a whole herd of them. Actually came on the perfect time, just when they were drinking some water. Well, I better keep it going. I'm literally losing light by the minute again. I think we're gonna arrive close to 7, so I still have quite a long way to go. So I'm gonna get to Luderitz now, and I think I'm just gonna have to show you the city tomorrow. And then there's another thing that's on the schedule. So goodbye, horses. Okay, I've got to run. I'm losing time. Let's go. Bye, horses. What a day it's been. At least I get to have another really nice sunset ride. I don't think I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Let's find a place to sleep. Even kijken. Alright, let's get it. Woohoo! Sun's out. Let's go. Alright, guys. I've got to say, yesterday was quite the adventure in the dark. It actually took me quite a while to find some accommodation, but I did manage to find something last minute. But more importantly, I'm now on the way to probably the biggest highlight in this area. Depends who you ask, I guess. And to get there, we need to ride about 10 kilometers out of town. So that's what I'm about to do. And then once we get there, I'll tell you all about this spot, because it is fascinating. Okay. Jeez. I guess the mayor's in town. What the hell? What is going on? Where was I? I got distracted massively there. No, I mean, literally, it's crazy. You're basically riding into this desert, and then there's this cute little old colonial German village, which I'll go into a little bit more later down the line. There's a sign, Kolmanskop. And as you can see, there is sand and dunes all around me. Oh, I love a light bike with no luggage. Yeehaw! Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing good.
I'm here to see Kolmanskop.
Yes, 252 pesos.
Yes, sir. Alright, I paid my entrance fee. Now we're here. Oh, look at that. Transalp 750, another Transalp Africa Twin. Sweet. This is pretty wild. Let's walk through this alley here. Well, it's quite an interesting story. I better tell you a little bit about it. So basically, during the time that many European countries were sort of expanding their territory and were mostly trying to extract resources from Africa, which was known at the time called the Scramble for Africa, the Germans were here. And in 1908, a railway worker apparently found a diamond right here. And that sort of pushed the German authorities to build this town. Apparently, it was quite a luxurious town. They built a hospital, they had a ballroom. I heard they even had ice here in the desert. But by the 1950s, this town was completely abandoned since they found more diamonds further down south. And if I turn this camera around, I'll show you what south is. It's all this area there, all the way to the back. It's a massive area and extends all the way to Oranjemund. And I'm sure you remember I crossed at Oranjemund, so that's quite far away. And yeah, like I said, this whole town was abandoned and it's been completely taken over by all this sand. Let's see, I guess this was supposed to be a toilet. Oh, you can even go up. Let's try to get to the second level. Look at this thing here. Oh, still an old bathtub. Imagine taking a bath here and looking right outside towards all this desert stuff. I've got to say, I really like learning about history because it just adds such an extra layer, I guess, to this whole traveling thing. It's a pretty good spot for a cup of coffee in the morning, I'd say. Right, let's see if we can find some more cool stuff. There's a bunch of buildings here. It's this whole town where you can basically enter all the buildings. So let's head on down. See, can I enter here? Oh, it's completely dark. I don't see a thing. See, this is the Buchhalter. Wow. Right, I'm now walking up to this building, second floor. I'm not sure how safe it is to go there. Pretty wicked. Oh, I've got to say, for what it's worth, this one seems to be in pretty good condition still. Give it a rough sand, put some oil on it. Yeah, you got a new floor. It's more than 100 years old. What a cool place. I think it's time to go back to Luderitz. I want to show you my accommodation that I'm staying in. And then I think it would be pretty cool just to ride around Luderitz and show you some old colonial buildings, I guess. And most importantly, to sort of show you what the plan is for tomorrow. But before I do that, here's the ijsfabriek. I just want to quickly see that slachterij, a butchery. Let's have a look. What does it say? Auslieferungslager der Gesellschaft für Lindes Eismaschinen. That's pretty nice. So this is where the ice would have been stored. So this is the butchery. Maybe this is where they sort of hang the meat on. He's gonna land here right in front of me, I think. Right, go time, baby. Let's go to Luderitz. Welcome back to Luderitz. I've got a nice church here, which I'm sure was built by the Germans. Oh, look at this one. This is a proper old German building. House Grunewald, built in 1910. The home of E. Kreppelen, the first mayor of Lüderitz. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. There's a bunch more buildings there on the left side with all the colors, as you can see. So let's just quickly go up to the church. Oh, you look at that. The sea. It's been a while. And there's the church here, of course. All the sunshine definitely puts me in a good mood. And learning about the ins and outs of this village, of course, as well. Here's another one of those buildings, but it looks like Is there somebody living there? I don't know, it looks pretty well maintained. City Center Luderitz. Oh nice, yeah, there's a crayfish festival this week, which is why it's so busy. Whoa, what a mess again. I have gotten back to the accommodation. Quick tour. It's not really anything special, but I got a double single beds and then nice little bathroom here. I think it is about time that I get the map out and show you exactly where I am and most importantly where I'm going. Right, let's have a look. So basically yesterday I went from Kolmanskop and went on this blue line B4 all the way to Aus, where I sort of went I guess up and then back down again because it was a dead end with that farmer. Past Karoop where the horses were. And then I went to Luderitz and then of course the small ghost mining town, which you can see on the map here, Kolmanskop. So yeah, basically I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow is backtrack a bit, go to Aus, because there's only one way out. Here's the Sperrgebiet that I was talking about before, by the way, diamond area number 1. But yeah, I'm thinking of going up, maybe to Helmeringhouse, or I can go to this track here, which might be even more fun, and then sort of loop around to this intersection here, and then see if I can sort of move up towards the Namibia desert. It's pretty cool. There's a place called Sausagefly, which is basically a place where you can see one of the biggest dunes, maybe in the world, but especially in Namibia. So I'm thinking of heading that direction and make my way further up to through Namibia, because it's a big country, that's for sure. Well, I'm gonna take a rest the rest of the day. It was a pretty nice adventure yesterday and today. I gotta say, yesterday was a bit of a, well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily boring, but it was cloudy and I had all those rain showers on the way. And it was just tarmac. I guess the only little adventure I had was when I went off the beaten track and I sort of got lost and had to backtrack a bit to Aus. But especially seeing Kolmanskop today was really, really awesome. Just learning a bit about the history, like I said before, it's just another layer of this country and what it brings to, I guess, the traveling in general. So yeah, I think this is going to be the end of the video. Thanks for tagging along again, and see you tomorrow.